Good morning, YouTube. How are you guys? Excuse me. How are you guys doing today? It is another lovely, bright morning here in South Florida. I hope everyone is having a nice day or will be having a lovely day. This was the week of November. Ooh, wow. I'm going way back. Sorry. Not November. April 9th. Where did I get November from? Let me think about that. November. I don't know. November doesn't rhyme with April. They're not even close. Where the heck I got that from? Well, I'm out driving. So, excuse me while I move the camera for just a moment. Got to make some turns here. That was funny, though. November. Anyway, this is wrapping up the week of April 9th through the 13th. This was the last official full week before my school starts state testing for my groups. Now, other groups I'm sure have already started depending on their grades, the grade levels I should say. But this week was wrapping up uninterrupted 5 full days, no testing for us. So this was it. This was that shining moment to say, okay, where are you at? What's going on in the noggin of yours? How much have you learned? Basically, out of all the several months that we have been in school. Because after Friday, the next week, starting Monday the 16th, is tests. You know, you heard somebody, you know, mic, test. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That's what we are. Testing. And the testing where I'm at, it goes for probably a good solid month. So Monday starts the official, and it goes all the way until May, mid-May. So we got a good solid month. Somebody in someone's room, some group, somewhere, is going to be testing. So if you recall, I talked about getting them prepped and ready. Hold please while I go over train tracks. I talked about getting them prepped and ready. Well, we're ready. They may not think they're ready, but they are. So we're going to see how this next week goes about. Of course, I won't know any results until probably the last day of school, because typically the results don't come until June. I don't remember the exact dates that the results arrive, but it's going to be a while. So I'm not going to officially know how well the students did. But I do know myself, my colleagues, any other staff members, we have put in a lot of work to get our students prepped into a place of comprehension and understanding. So we've done a lot. And I can say that my students have been showing effort, and that's what we need them to do. Hopefully once they get, you know, in that chair and they have that assessment in front of them, you know, a lot of things of excitement may go through their mind, or a doubt may go in their mind. But also I hope what goes through their minds is, okay, wait a minute, let me think about this for a second. Okay, I remember something like this before. Somebody talked to me about this before, and I'm hoping these are the thoughts that kind of go through their mind. Because unfortunately, you know, we would love to be in the rooms to still be able to say, you know, do you remember us talking about this? Do you remember us talking about that? Whoever the teacher was. But unfortunately, there is no talking going on. So it's all about the mental game. What do you mentally remember? Because I can't verbally speak to you. Only thing I can do now is hope that you know you can do this. You got this. You got this. You know, as I tell my students, you know, it's all about you now. I can't be in the room talking to you. I'm not able to be that little voice on your shoulder whispering, hey, yeah, you remember this? We talked about this before. Okay, what did we do last time when we were in front of this? Or if any other teacher told you some little hints and tricks. Unfortunately, you know, we can't be in the room with you. We would love to. Really, trust and believe. We would love to be able to say, all right, that first story is this type of story. You know, we talked about these type of stories before. What you remember? I wish we could give them some little hinters and clues like right before. But unfortunately, the only hinters and clues they got is what they remember from before. And I sure do hope that my students remember that they can do this. Some people put in their minds that this test is too much. I'm afraid. I'm fearful that I'm going to miss too many questions, or I'm going to leave too many things blank. No, you got this. You know that you're going to go back and look through every last piece of detail in that story. You're going to go back, you're going to make sure that you put an answer on every single question. You got it. You can do this. So this last week, what we did was take a practice assessment. Basically, it was just a small portion of what they have to see next week. So what I mean by small portion, so if the test had, I don't know, 30 questions on it, we did 15 type thing. So it was just a small portion. And I broke it over 2 days. Just like when they take their test, they have a day 1 and a day 2. So that's basically what we did this week. In addition to doing the practice assessment, I also did some review and reminders of some small things. Like, how do you know this is a character's name in a story? Well, let's see. In front of the names, they said daughter or son. Yes, that's a character's name. How about the letters themselves? Is their letter capitalized? Yes, that's another way I know it's a name. It's not just a word mentioned in the story. So small things like that, we reviewed that this week. In addition, of course, we're still working in the iReady program. And I'm going to continue working in that program. Sorry, there's a car next to me that's loud. I'm just going to go ahead and let him go on. So I will try to do a little bit more vlogging today. I have quite a few activities that I'm working on today, so maybe we'll do a more time of vlogging, of course, in the car. And we will see how it goes. So if I see you a little bit later, make sure you have a great one. If not, I will catch you next week when we officially start FSA assessments. See you guys later.